Liv Morgan slaps WWE stars A. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I am Elena. Have a nice day. For the latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. The former WWE Women's World Champion Liv Morgan shocked the world with her return at Survivor Series War Games 2025, where she recreated John Cena's heel turn on the Cenation leader and helped her kayfabe boyfriend Dominic Mysterio recapture the Intercontinental Champion, beating the icon. The Miracle Kid is back on the hunt. She has been breaking the internet once again after slapping a fellow Raw female star's A. Morgan competed first ever singles match at WWE's live show in Tampa since returning to the Stamford-based promotion. Liv clashed with the inaugural Women's Intercontinental Champion Lyra Valkyria and captured a big win, connecting with her signature, the Oblivion. However, the bout between the Miracle Kid and the Bird Lady has gone viral on social media, as during the bout, Morgan spanked Lyra's A, leaving fans in the arena in stitches. Now, the clip of the moment is the talk of the town amongst the fans online. Check out the video below. Morgan could capture a massive win in WWE. The Miracle Kid may climb the ladder back to the top of the Monday Night Raw Women's division and announce herself early for the Women's Traditional Royal Rumble 2026 premium live event to earn her shot. Morgan could seize the historic win at the Royal Rumble and punch her ticket to the Showcase of Immortals and headline WrestleMania 42. Vowing to recapture the Women's World Championship. The storyline would be perfect if Raquel Rodriguez captures the strap next week on Monday Night Raw, beating the current title holder Stephanie Vaquer and Nikki Bella. That said, it will be interesting to see what plans Triple H and his WWE creative team have in store for the Miracle Kid and the entire Judgment Day faction as the Stamford-based promotion heads closer to the near future and kicks off the road to WrestleMania. Io Sky versus Liv Morgan net worth comparison in 2025. Championships, contracts, and income streams. Liv Morgan, who is originally Gianna Jean Daddio, transformed from an underdog in the Riot Squad to a WWE character during her time with the company. According to estimates, her net worth in 2025 will be $3 million, a little less than that of Io Sky. Sky surpasses Morgan in total wealth and contract value, a fact that is primarily attributed to her being a title holder and WWE's investment in her as an international icon. On the other hand, Liv Morgan relies on her fans' support to boost her income and has diverse revenue sources, which makes her one of the most sellable personalities of WWE, even with the small difference in wealth. Io Sky's contracts, income, and brand deals. At the start of 2025, she is already the champion of the WWE Women's World Division, approved by the high-profile encounters during which she has defended her title against Ria Ripley and Bianca Belair at WrestleMania 41. The wrestler has become so popular that she is now virtually priceless, and her title reigns have greatly helped in both NXT and on the main roster. Her career path demonstrates that there is a mixture of a wrestler's power and financial security, with titles being the main source of her income. Liv Morgan's career insights, endorsements, and net worth. The most important part of her rise included being awarded the SmackDown Women's Championship and being involved in highly publicized storylines with the Judgment Day. Morgan has been selling merchandise and social media quality engagement, mostly because of her humanness and the fact that she has a strong fan base dubbed Liv Squad. Morgan's WWE contract is a reliable source of income, but her finances are multifaceted. She earns from merchandising royalties, live event bonuses, and endorsements, thus being one of the most marketable stars at WWE. However, Morgan's brand is not limited to the wrestling ring like Io Sky's. Reports suggest that she has invested in real estate and has also taken up collaborations outside of the wrestling world. Her career indicates that there is a balance between the wrestling ring and outside the ring, which will guarantee her long-term financial growth, even if she does not hold the title for a while. Liv Morgan's stalker files motion for insanity defense. Liv Morgan's accused stalker is pleading insanity. PW Insider has confirmed that Sean Chan, the man accused of stalking WWE superstar Liv Morgan, has filed a notice to pursue an insanity defense that includes expert testimony. Chan's attorneys filed the notice under Federal Rule of Criminal Procedure 12.2b on December 23rd before the United States District Court, Middle District of Florida, Tampa Division. The motion reads, after reviewing the discovery and meeting with Mr. Chan, defense counsel came to believe that additional investigation of his mental status was necessary to defend him on the merits. Accordingly, on September 5, 2025, counsel retained Dr. Michelle Ayala to examine Mr. Chan for diminished capacity and insanity. Dr. Ayala scheduled an examination of Mr. Chan for October 17, 2025, but had to cancel for personal reasons. She conducted the examination on October 24, 2025. On December 22, 2025, Dr. Ayala provided counsel with the attached 10-page single-spaced report. Dr. Ayala finds that Mr. Chan suffers from an acute delusional disorder that causes him to believe he is in a romantic relationship with the alleged victim, Liv Morgan. Dr. Ayala concludes that Mr. Chan was insane at the time of the offense. Liv Morgan's accused stalker might stand trial on January 12th. However, prosecutors have informed the court that the filing is untimely, and that the deadline for filing pretrial motions passed on May 12, 2025. They argued that if the court agrees to the filing, it would be impossible to go to trial as scheduled on January 12, 2026. Chan's attorneys argued in response that the court should allow the filing, saying, because the delay in obtaining a report from Dr. Ayala and the error in the court's scheduling order constitute good cause. They also noted that, in any event, the defense could not have complied with the court's deadline because it passed before Mr. Chan was indicted. The court has now asked the prosecution to respond by January 6th before deciding whether to adjust the trial schedule. Sean Chan was arrested by the FBI on June 3, 2025, outside the WWE Performance Center, after allegedly flying from Scarborough, Ontario, to Orlando, Florida. According to the criminal complaint against him, Chan trespassed on Liv Morgan's property, waited for her for several hours, held an air pellet gun on her porch, and left a note with his personal information before leaving. WWE security went through the footage, recognized him, and alerted the authorities. Chan, who was indicted in June 2025, has remained in federal custody and has made several unsuccessful attempts to be released until his trial. He is facing a 5-year imprisonment, and it remains to be seen if his insanity motion will change the course of the case. Ria Ripley, ex-Gunther, the WWE holiday duo we never expected, fit IYO Sky. On Mommy's Back, Ria Ripley and Gunther are two of the biggest WWE superstars in the world today. In an unexpected clip from the last episode of Raw for 2025, a hilarious moment was caught on camera and shared on social media. On the December 29th edition of Raw, the Kabuki Warriors taunted Ripley and IYO Sky ahead of their title match next week on the first Raw of 2026. The Ria-IYO duo came out and delivered a message to Asuka and Kairi Sane in an all-out brawl. In a post on TikTok, at Kickish Podcast shared a clip from the event that was not seen on WWE television. Ria Ripley carried IYO Sky on her back during commercial break. They were walking up the entrance ramp when Gunther's music hit. It It meant that the show was about to go on air, prompting Mommy to run quickly and get out of the shot as the clip went black. IYO Sky was hilariously moving her feet while Ripley was still carrying her on her back, as if she were running as well. Gunther would enter the ring and get confronted by R-Truth. They faced each other in a quick match, with the ring general earning the easy victory. WWE Hall of Famer wants to face Ria Ripley. Speaking at a Fanx event in Salt Lake City, Utah, Mick Foley was asked if there's any current WWE superstar he would like to face. The Hall of Famer didn't hesitate naming Ria Ripley. Me and Ria Ripley most probably. The most famous intergender match of any kind was Billie Jean King against Bobby Riggs, and Bobby Riggs was past his prime, but he knew how to promote a match. So, I am 25 years past my prime, but give me 4 weeks and I will create a match for you, Foley said. Foley has been retired since January 29, 2012, when he participated in the Royal Rumble match. WWE Insider hints at major Dominic Mysterio shift in 2026. Dominic Mysterio might be heading into one of the biggest transitions of his career. A well-known backstage insider has shared that WWE is quietly building a new long-term direction for him, and the tone behind the scenes suggests something significant is coming once the calendar flips to 2026. The company has been evaluating how to elevate Dominic beyond his current presentation, and the insider believes the pieces are already moving toward a major shift. Dominic's run so far has been filled with strong character moments, title wins, and memorable rivalries, but there's been a lingering sense that WWE hasn't unlocked what they see as his full potential. The insider explained that the company doesn't want him to stay in a holding pattern and is preparing him for a bigger role that could reshape how audiences view him going forward. New direction could redefine his on-screen identity. WWE appears ready to experiment with a fresh approach that might include a character adjustment or a complete repositioning. The insider hinted that creative discussions have centered on making Dominic feel more essential to major storylines, instead of limiting him to the mid-card lane he's been in lately. There's a belief internally that he has room to grow into a more commanding presence if the right story is built around him. There has also been a lot of fan speculation about his recent absence and whether the company is waiting for the right moment to relaunch him. Conversations online reflect interest in seeing him come back stronger, and the insider noted that the timing of this planned shift could depend on how well he connects with both loyal viewers and newer audiences once he's back on screen. The wrestling landscape changes quickly, and nothing is final until it plays out on television. But this particular insight paints a picture of WWE being very intentional with Dominic's next steps. WWE working on bold plans for Dominic Mysterio. Company insider predicts major change in 2026. WWE could be working on some major plans for Dominic Mysterio. Dirty Dom is one of the most popular stars in the company, getting huge reactions from the fans. Mysterio has been an MVP for WWE this year, competing in several matches. He is currently a double champion in the company with the Intercontinental title and the AAA Mega World Championship. His in-ring work and overall charisma have also brought Judgment Day to the forefront on Raw. During a recent episode of Not Some Wrestling, WWE talk show host Sam Roberts detailed that Mysterio could become a babyface in the new year. He predicted that the wheels were in motion for Dirty Dom to become the biggest star in the business by 2027. I think Dominic turns babyface in 2026. I think that the work is put in for Dominic to turn babyface in 2026, and then everything is in position for Dominic to be the guy in 2027. As crazy as it sounds, Dominic Mysterio has the ability to be a main event babyface. I think he can do it. I think he's got that connection with the audience. I think that he gets better and better and better. Roberts also added that with younger talent joining the roster, Mysterio could be seen as the main man to represent the new generation of WWE. And I just think that he comes across, as nuts as it sounds, as a massive superstar. And I think that in a roster that is going to get younger, Dominic Mysterio becomes the guy who represents what the WWE is now. He's relevant to culture now. Ria Ripley shares unrecognizable throwback photo. WWE star Ria Ripley shared an unrecognizable throwback photo on social media today. Ripley is currently in an alliance with anoa'i on WWE Raw. Popular Twitch streamer and independent wrestler King Kreese, Gabriel Eros, shared a throwback photo today of the 29-year-old from almost a decade ago. The photo of Ripley was taken well before she signed with WWE, and the Eradicator reacted to the image. The former champion noted that they have both come a long way since then, and you can check out the photo below. We quote "V come a long way," wrote Ripley. Ripley is a member of the Raw roster, but recently made an appearance on SmackDown to reunite with her former Judgment Day stablemate. The Terror Twins, Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley, defeated Aleister Black and Zelina in a mixed tag team match earlier this month on SmackDown. Damian Priest is scheduled to battle Aleister Black in an ambulance match this Friday night on the Blue brand. WWE Hall of Famer wants Rhea Ripley to be her final opponent. Nikki Bella recently disclosed that she wanted to battle Rhea Ripley in her retirement match down the line. Speaking on Outspoken, the veteran named Ripley as the star she would like to have her final wrestling match against. Stephanie Vaquer defeated Nikki Bella and Raquel Rodriguez in a triple threat match to retain the Women's World Championship this past Monday night on WWE Raw. I get to pick. I would want to be in my greatest heel moment, a top heel with probably a faction behind me. Unstoppable, and I think I would want it to be Rhea Ripley. Powerhouse. They were in Glendale last Monday, and my brother's daughter has become a huge fan. So she went to the merch stand, she watched the show, and they wanted to get some merch after, and she didn't want to buy my hat. She's like, "Well, Auntie Coco can just send me a hat. I want a Ripley shirt." And then sent me a photo in a Rhea shirt. I was like, how dare her? The Kabuki Warriors will be defending the Women's Tag Team Championships against Io Sky and Ripley on the January 5th, 2026 episode of Raw. Tiffany Stratton shares a photo of being kissed by her WWE superstar boyfriend. After confirming relationship, Tiffany Stratton shared a photo of her being kissed by her WWE superstar boyfriend, Shady Elnahas. The couple was together at Maxine Dupree's wedding. Stratton has been absent from WWE television since losing the Women's Championship to Jade Cargill on November 1st at Saturday night's main event. The former champion's reign ended at 302 days. On her Instagram story, Stratton shared a photo while being kissed by her WWE superstar boyfriend. Elnahas has briefly worked at NXT live events, but has yet to make his way to the main roster. Tiffany Stratton opened up about her time in NXT and how it helped her develop into one of the top stars in the women's division. Speaking to PHL 17, the former WWE Women's Champion had this to say: "Oh, we have so many athletes from all different kinds of backgrounds. We've got gymnasts, we've got football players, we've got dancers, and I think they all just kind of report to the Performance Center, and they train to become the next WWE superstar. And I think it's so important to have some sort of training center to coach the next in line, the future of the business, and they've been doing such a great job. I am from the WWE Performance Center. I'm a homegrown talent, so I am proof that the WWE Performance Center works. During Stratton's time in NXT, she feuded with top names and even shared the ring with Becky Lynch. She is a former one-time NXT Women's Champion and has already established herself as one of the top stars on SmackDown. New champion Jade Cargill currently leads the SmackDown Women's division. However, the WWE Universe should expect Stratton to make a return to TV in the near future.